Well, the newest quarantine content are these quarantine houses. Everybody asking, dude, why is my nose so red on these fucking cameras? What is that about?
I don't know. You look like Rudolph, though.
Every time. It doesn't matter if it's the morning, if it's the night, if it's cold, hot, if I'm drinking, not drinking. My nose is bright red. And it's not like if you saw me normal, fine, that's on camera. It's these fucking cameras. I'm going to clean it up. Anyway, quarantine houses is the new meme going around. So you take a TV show, a brand, a league, whatever. You organize it into houses of 6 people. So the first one I saw was the Housewives one. Which house would you want to live in? And it was all different combinations of Real Housewives. Bethany and Dorinda and that bitch who calls herself a countess. So naturally, Barstool made one. Barstool quarantine houses. Do we know? Was this Josh? Is this Tommy Smokes? Do we know who made this?
I do not know the answer to that.
Well, it came from Viva La Stool, which leads me to believe it was Josh. Tommy also runs that and likes to stir the pot, so maybe it was him. But whenever this shit happens, whether it's a March Madness bracket with your favorite podcast, whether it's a mural being painted on the wall, whether it's a song that we all sang, Imagine, and people get cut from it or left out or they don't like their standing in it, it's drama. It's drama. So this is sure to stir up tons of drama where people are picking who they want to live with. And if your house isn't being picked, I'm just sure this is going to be a shit show. But 12 houses, 6 people each, 72 Barstool personalities, all organized into different houses. Where you want to live, John?
I definitely don't want to live in my fucking house.
Where's your house? House 3.
House 3.
Alex Cooper from Call Me Daddy. Gaz. Brandon Newman. Fights. Smitty. White Sox Dave.
And it's like, look, I don't personally dislike anyone in my house, but I don't vibe with anyone in my house either. I don't want to be in that house. That house, that house stinks. Let's just say it. Tommy Smoke said he did a breakdown of this, like Survivor style, and his one line for me was perfect. He had like 2 paragraphs describing what would be happening in his house, no mention of me, and then online afterwards said Feidelberg would spend every waking second trying to escape. It's nothing against people individually. Just like I don't do anything with any of these people. I don't even have like one lifeline where it's like, okay, the 2 of us can be together. That's really never worked with anyone there.
House 8 for me. I have Frankie, who would be like my main man, and Hank, who I get along with. Wallow, after how long are we living? I'm assuming this is you live for the quarantine, right? So if I'm in a house with Wallow for like 4 months, I mean, we could barely do 40 minutes on stage with him without him shaving your face and picking a fight and ready to kill someone. I got Mantis's creepy ass, and I know that Trish is going to be like, "Do you want to play one-on-one? Do you want to fight? Do you want to do something?" I'm like, I don't want to do it. Just leave me alone. So I feel like me and Frankie would just like huddle up and be like, "Hank, come on over here, let's."
I think Wallow would be a good person to have in the quarantine because like he respects personal space. He's a prisoner. He understands like this is where I live. That's where you live.
Although also leads me to believe he might just beat the shit out of me and turn me into his bitch or something. Like,
he said that Wallow's told us.
What?
He's told us that prison wasn't like that. It wasn't. That's all television.
Yes, except like I don't like. Did Wallow have the opportunity to run the fucking pen? Like I feel like in this one he'd be like, "Oh, all right, so you're like the elder statesman. You've been around for a decade plus. Hold my pocket, bitch." And I'd be like, "Okay, sure, I will." I'm looking at what just caught my eye. Ryan Whitney, Smokes, Balls, Big Ev, Trill. Jim Trill. So I love Whitney. I think Ryan Whitney's the funniest person at Barstool. Smokes is at least good conversation. We went to Fordham together. We got similarities. Love Glenny Balls. Mm-hmm. Love Big Ev. Love Trill. And then you have a like 40-year comedian.
Yeah, that's a good house.
It's a strong one.
I had the 2 houses I had eyes on at start were 1 and 6. I think Dan Liz, Carabas, Kenjack, Trent, and Taylor Lewan. That's a good house. I think Taylor seems like a good dude. Obviously, Big Daddy Trent.
You got
awesome.
Carabas and Trent. That's half of the whole Milk Boys.
Right,
So,
you get the whole Milk gang. Obviously, Dan, G-Chat gang, stand up.
mm-hmm.
And then Kenjack. Kenjack's a funny ass dude too. And then 6 is a strong house with Roan, Fran, Za, Pat, Coley, and Joey Molinaro.
Oh, wait! I didn't see that one. That's my house. I like every single person there.
Yeah.
There's not a single like, oh man, I'm good with everybody there.
That's 6 is strong. And then I'll tell you one house I'd personally like a lot. House 10. I think I'd have a lot of fun.
I don't have a single problem with anybody there.
But you might have a problem with the amount of wrestling that happens. It might be a fun fighting house.
I was gonna say, the Cons YP nightly battle with KB being like, "Well, I'm gonna school you on some real shit," and Carl dives in there with his helmet, and then Bob Fox doing like real off the top wrestling moves, and PFT's like, "Let's play rugby," and I'm just like, "Does anybody want to drink and watch TV in this house? Does anybody want to just do something quiet right now?"
That's yeah. I think 1, 6, 10, and 12 are probably your best houses there.
How about house 7? Portnoy, Marina, which is Portnoy extended, Jeff Nadeau, Rico Bosco, but like fat, and Guido. Frank Fleming just being fucking crazy Frank Fleming. And I would have to imagine Sophia would kill herself within minutes, right? I would have to just like team up with Ellie and be like, "Do you want to just tweet on social media right now? Let's just do that."
Dave might try to escape that house harder than I try to escape my house. Dave might be like, "What the fuck? Get me out of here!"
I think Dave is trying to escape any house he's put in. I don't think he can tolerate maybe a house with Dan, and that would be about it. Everyone else, he'd be like, "Get me the fuck off this planet." But
the Tommy Smokes having in I only read the write up from my house, but he was like, Gaz would immediately try and become Alice Cooper's producer, and be like, despite her repeatedly saying she does not need one and she can do it all herself, and Gaz like, no, here, I'll film, and I don't know, just off the top of my head, you can start off every video with like, "All right, Paulie."
My favorite house is the Brandon Walker house. Oh, wait, Brandon Walker, you were left off this entirely, despite the fact that you're on like 40% of our programming now. I don't know if that was intentional. I don't know what's worse, if this was just an intentional jab at him, or if someone actually forgot about Brandon Walker's entire existence. But either way, your boy Brandon is not happy.
Dude, I genuinely think he's not happy. I don't think it's a bit. I think Brandon Walker is very sad about this, which is exactly what we're talking about. Like, who actually cares? Who cares? How are you that upset?
The only thing I would say is that the only thing I like about Brandon Walker, he's very, very motivated. He came to me during the quarantine, and he was like, "I want to do more. I want to make sure I'm at the top of the pack. I want to make sure that I'm always like at the forefront of everyone's mind." And so if you're like shooting for that, and you get left off of a list of 72, I could see that not cutting deep. So when you're the 73rd pick at a company, that might hurt. So condolences to Brandon. My official pick though is for sure house 6. That's just unless Joey Molinaro gets on your nerves, if he just does impressions like all the time. It's just like, stop doing Frank Caliendo, man. Just stop doing it. Other than that, I have no problem.
From what I don't know much about Joey. I've obviously never really seen him. I met him briefly, but no, not extensively. He seems like a very good dude. Indianapolis dude. Indianapolis people, I feel like,
they're all good.
Look, I'll just
friendly. Yeah,
don't worry about it. Good.